Okay, should be live now. And I'm just going through my notifications here, making sure it's all out. There we go. And I'll move Discord back over to this screen here so it's out of the way. And I'll be watching this on YouTube rather than Twitch, just because they give a bit higher quality. And although they're about a minute behind usually compared to Twitch. Premieres in 10 minutes. Okay. That should be everything. Oh, I'm missing something important. Coffee. All right, just waiting for the water to boil. Here's the tip. If you want your kettle to boil as fast as possible, only put as much water as you need from it. If you try to do a full pot instead of whatever you need, it's going to take time to boil all the water, not just the part that you need. All right, just waiting for that to pour now, or to filter through. Yep, and I got my coffee. Perfect timing. Hey, Silver. Welcome back. Well, at least we're not doing wishing today. I'll come over to here. There we go. Now you can Gonna keep refreshing the page here. I set up a scene specifically for viewing YouTube videos, so that way it cuts out all the extra stuff around it and just shows the video itself. Don't have to see any of the tabs at the top or anything like that.
You mean the countdown? Beep, 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 beep.
They started the countdown now. I'm going to refresh it again. Not yet. But I suppose I can switch it over.
9,
there we
8,
go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, that's by design. They deliberately have those at a lower percentage to actually get. Here we go. We got the countdown. Don't mind if I cough a bit. We kind of near the smoke from the wildfires. It's not that bad here compared to other places in Canada, but I got asthma, so it doesn't help. I know I'm excited for this live stream.
Oh, I love this music.
Is your wife now Skirk?
Yeah, they did. They did a crazy interesting.
No, Silver's just said I changed my wife. Is like, is that gonna be Skirk now?
Oh, he changed his wife. Damn.
まさに滅びの災いと呼ぶにふさわしいわ。終わりなき苦痛と消える
Make sure subtitles are going.
そして救世主の誕生。運命の食器はついに役目を果たしたの。アビス教団の名は知ってたが、これほど大規模で広範囲な動きを見せるのは初めてだ。まるでナタ相手に戦争を仕掛けようとしてるような。宇宙船スリープポット？まさかお前がテイラットに来た時に乗ってた宇宙船のことか？この数ヶ月の間で42の星が消えた。何者かがずうずうしくもこの世界から吸い取っているのだ。災いはいつか必ず訪れる。みんなもそう言ってるわ。彼女の存在を無視し続けたら、いつか本当に彼女の声が聞こえなくなってしまうからね。すぐそこにいるじゃない。お前の魂は欠けていて、傷口にはアビスに侵食された跡が見られる。アビスの力の使い方を学ぶつもりもないのなら、私が代わりに調べるしかない。
God damn it.
So she uses abyssal power.
Yeah, Skirk. Looks like it.
Sounds like a girl.
私の夜はここで終わる。だが、お前の旅はまだまだ続く。
お前は私の師匠、極悪鬼スルトロッチを知っているのだろう。
戦線は総崩れだ。
真っ向の剣ダインスレイブ。これがお前の望んだことか。
お兄ちゃんはいつも運命を変えようとしてる。でも今回は何としても止めてみせる。
よくやったスカーク。今回も生き残れたか。
今もなお運命の食器は動いているのか。
なぜお前が鈍性のクジラの剣能を持っている。
極悪鬼スルトロッチ。
経緯などとうの昔に消え去
I have to learn more about this Surtulagi character.
と邪悪さに気づいた時にな。
500年前にお兄ちゃんと再会する機会を逃すわけにはいかないから。
いずれ本物の宇宙に帰るだろう。
旅の終点で2人の新たな始まりが待ってる。
Oh yeah, just like the one that got leaked.
Yes. That's why I said damn.
And there's the other code too. So there's two of the codes. That was quite the opening scene. Yeah, so for people that have done the live stream already, or sorry, seen the leak codes, then they'll likely have them already entered in for the two of them. So we'll have to wait till we get the third code.
Hello, travelers! Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.7 special program. I am Aileen Mythen, the voice of Dahlia, and hosting with me today we have...
Hey everyone, I'm Kat Pratano, rhymes with Capitano, the voice of Child's Master, Skirk.
And I'm Katiana Sarkissian, the voice of the Pyro Archon herself, Malika.
Yeah, well, after seeing that trailer, this version seems absolutely stacked. We're getting the next installment of the Twins quest in this version! Woo, 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 woo! Yippee!
And let's not forget, Skirk is finally here, you guys. Yup. I cannot wait to see how all these stories unfold.
Her first appearance left quite the impression, didn't it? So mysterious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that interaction left us all with far more questions than answers.
Yeah, I mean, she did give us a few clues about herself, though. Remember? In the Primordial Sea at the end of the Fontaine Archon quest?
Right. Something about the remains of a descender, the foul, the visionary. I feel like I still don't know what any of it means, though.
I mean, that's fair. So far, all we know about her past is that she trained under the foul Sertologi.
So, Sertologi isn't just some ordinary mentor.
Oh, definitely not. Dainsliff revealed that Sertologi is one of the 5 sinners of Conria, and someone who possesses all-encompassing power. Imagine training under someone like that. A walk in the park, let me tell you.
Well, maybe that explains how aloof and indifferent Skirk seems to be. Seriously, though, her demeanor is stone cold in a way that's almost otherworldly or something.
Yeah, it's kind of cold as ice, right? Right? But I mean, you know, the important thing is, this time, we should be able to get some answers. Right?
Oh, I hope so. Yes, please. I am dying to learn more about her past.
Okay, then be sure to check out her story quest where the Traveler and Skirk's paths...
I'll definitely stream this.
Once again, travelers will have the chance to uncover new clues about her past and the world of Teyvat as a whole, so don't miss out.
Ah, so Liyue is where we run into Skirk this time. Wow. It's kind of weird seeing her out and about like this, isn't it? In such a normal location.
Right?
Very British accent.
Wait, hold on a second. Is Skirk playing an instrument?
Oh?
I mean, in my mind, she's like this, you know, ice queen, but here she actually looks emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, there's almost a sadness there.
Oh, yeah. It seems like that instrument means a lot to her.
Oh, you don't even know. It
Oh
sure does. As for
my
why she
God.
chooses to play it alone in a place like this, well, that's something travelers can uncover for themselves. What I can reveal is, after encountering a mysterious power in this quest, the traveler starts having strange nightmares, and it seems like Skirk is the only one who can help. Which means the only way to resolve the situation is for the two to work.
That's an awesome looking sword.
Okay, Slay, so we're teaming up with Skirk, huh? Okay, but like, am I the only one who's a little intimidated?
What? Intimidated by Skirk? She's only a mysterious sword master with insane fighting skills and an unbreakable stone-cold exterior. Seriously though, with their ability to wield various elements and their abyssal purification powers, I think the Traveler can hold their own.
Yeah, it'll be fine. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, now I'm curious how she got that strong. I mean, okay, she reined in her master's pet, the all-devouring narwhal, like it was nothing.
Yeah.
And I feel like
We weakened it considerably first.
of what she can do.
True, and just like
Is beaten unconscious on laying on the ground when she got to it.
Travelers will need to answer for themselves in game, so get ready to play. But considering Skirk and the Traveler will need to fight side by side, let's take a closer look at what she can do in combat.
Ooh, yeah.
I'll only demonstrate this once. Annihilate. Merciless. Another star goes out.
Ooh.
As Child's master and someone capable of training in the Abyss, Skirk's combat skills are truly something special. First, it's worth pointing out, Skirk doesn't use a vision. Her powers come from the Abyss, but in the interest of blending in, she camouflages it to appear cryo-like in nature. And in addition, Skirk's attacks do not rely on elemental energy. She uses a special kind of energy known as Serpent Subtlety instead. And when you tap her elemental skill, Skirk gains a certain amount of energy and enters a special combat state, signaled by her change in outfit, which is very cute.
And she gets a dragon tail.
In this state, Skirk's normal, charged, and plunging attacks deal cryo damage that can't be overridden. This state also increases her resistance to interruption and attack AoE. And when
Welcome to stream, Ash.
reactions are triggered, multiple void rifts will appear on the field. Skirk can use her charged attack or her special elemental burst to absorb the void rifts. And after unleashing a special elemental burst, her normal attack's damage will be increased based on the number of rifts absorbed.
Aw, heck yeah. So it's kind of like the more she fights, the stronger she gets.
Yeah, pretty much. Plus, holding her elemental skill is another option. When there are void rifts on the field, holding her elemental skill will allow Skirk to absorb them and gives her the ability to quickly maneuver around the battlefield. Once she has enough energy, she can unleash her elemental burst to deal consecutive slashes of AoE damage.
I see. So she's a unit you can keep on the field for a long time, or take out when you need a sudden burst of damage.
Pairing her with Hydro and Cryo characters also further enhances her abilities. And if your team is comprised entirely of Hydro and Cryo characters, your party member's elemental skill level will be increased by 1.
Whoa, so she like enhances her party members' skills too. Once a mentor, always a mentor, I guess.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like Tartaglia had a great teacher.
Oh, he sure did.
That's why we needed this copy, eh?
I love the look of her camouflaged abyssal powers.
Right.
The special effects are incredible.
Right? And when she enters her special combat state, her outfit changes too. Okay, slay. It looks a lot more suited for battle, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. So it seems like travelers can approach combat in 2 ways then. You can use her special combat state to dish out damage with cryo-infused attacks and heighten this damage by absorbing void rifts with her special elemental burst. Or, after other Hydro and Cryo party members have generated void rifts, you can take to the field to quickly absorb them and build up energy to unleash powerful slashes with her normal elemental burst.
Yeah, both seem really, really useful. And since Cryo and Hydro characters enhance Skirk's skills, there are tons of team comp possibilities here.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, hey, speaking of, what about Dahlia? He's a Hydro character, right? Sounds like he could be a good fit for Skirk.
Oh, I think you're onto something here. We got to know him a bit during the Mondstadt interlude. He's so refined, but also kind of mischievous at the same time. One thing we haven't seen, though, is what he can do in combat. Want to give us the scoop, Aileen?
You got it. You are in for a treat.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Mm.
I haven't heard such a thing, so or just expect Skirk's banner to last the normal time frame.
Thus saith the Animal Archon.
Okay, so Dahlia is a Hydro Sword user and support character who can use his elemental burst to provide a Hydro shield for his teammates.
Oh, it's like the shield appears in response to his prayer.
Yes, and for a certain period of time, after unleashing his elemental burst, Dahlia can gain stacks of benison by hitting enemies with normal attacks or triggering freeze reactions. So when his shield breaks, Dahlia can consume his stacks of benison to summon it again, allowing him to continuously protect his party members and to increase their resistance to interruption.
Heck yeah.
And after unlocking a specific talent, Dahlia can also boost the attack speed of the on-field character, allowing them dish out damage even faster.
Oh, nice. So he can help us attack without interruption and
Oh.
increase our attack speed? Sounds like a huge help.
And with his elemental skill, Dahlia summons
That's interesting, first
Shower
phase.
and places it in a designated location. His
Yeah, but he's
powers
just
differ in
basically,
effect depending
what's
on
his
who comes into
face?
contact
Mika
with it.
2.0.
So, for example, if it's an enemy, Sacramental Shower will explode, dealing AoE
Oh.
Hydro damage to surrounding enemies. But if a nearby party member comes into contact with it, Sacramental Shower will propel them high into the air, allowing them to evade enemy attacks while gaining an aerial advantage.
Okay.
Let's go.
So he's like really reliable in combat, even though he seems kind of
Best save your wishes,
mischievous
Selivar.
the rest of the time.
No, really.
Yes, he definitely does. He has his little mischievous thing going on. I still remember all his teasing towards
Uh-oh.
Venti during the Mondstadt interlude.
Oh.
But at the same time, he's also supposed to be the one who communicates with the will of Barbados, right? I'm not sure what to make of their dynamic.
Well, I guess first and foremost, he's Venti's friend, right? But even though he likes to tease, he's serious about his position as the Herald of Barbados. Oh, one more thing about his abilities. When Dahlia is in your party, the movement speed of your party members is increased during the day.
Oh.
Hey, all the better to spread the word of Barbados. Praise Barbados, right?
Kind of like Rosari at
Is
night.
that how that works? Well, anyway, it's obvious he really cares about the people of Mondstadt.
Yeah.
Exactly, he definitely does. Besides, his mischievous nature keeps things a little bit interesting, don't you think? It's one of my favorite things about him.
Aww. Well, now that we've introduced our two new characters for version 5.7, we should probably let travelers know when they can add them to their parties.
Can do. Let's jump right into the event wishes.
They mentioned their voice
First
actors
off,
earlier on.
5.7 will have event wishes for Skirk and Shenhe.
Dahlia will also
So-
enjoy a drop rate boost on the first half banners. Plus, the new 5-star sword, Azure Light, will be featured on the weapon banner.
Yes! And in the second half of version 5.7, we'll have returning event wishes for Mawika and Emily.
Yippee! Pretty fire!
Alright, that's it for the event wishes. Let's talk about the story content travelers can look forward to in
Interesting
the
lineup.
Ooh, okay. This is the big one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's set the scene. During their travels, the traveler comes across evidence that seems to suggest their sibling was in Natlan.
Oh, wait up. I see Dainsliff. As we
Mm-hmm.
all know, that means things are about to
Ooh.
get complicated.
Yup, very true.
Oh, I love Dainsliff. From this image, it looks like the sky has been slashed in two, and there's some kind of rift that connects to the abyss. And the traveler and their sibling are in different spaces, but they can still sense each other's presence.
Yes, I feel like the tension is palpable.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I mean, there was definitely some tension when we saw our sibling during the bedtime story quest.
Oh, yeah.
Although, we don't know what our sibling has been up to since then. Kari Bear did tell us that the Loom of Fate has been completed. Of course, we still don't know how powerful it is, or what's needed to activate it.
Well, call me crazy, but I feel like we're gonna find out soon.
Maybe.
It seems like all parties are converging in one place, Natlan. So maybe that's where we can get some answers.
And I know one thing travelers will encounter in Natlan. A young woman dressed in peculiar clothing, hiding out in a cave.
It's not just her clothing that's special, though. Look at her eyes. Wait.
Arian?
The plot, it thickens.
Yeah.
Well, if the Abyss Order is out in full force in Natlan, it must mean there's been a new development in our siblings'
No wonder why they couldn't find out the code, the third code.
Are on high alert. But the people of Natlan want a war against the Abyss itself. There's no universe where the Abyss Order gets to run wild in Natlan unchecked.
Well, if an altercation with the Abyss Order is in the cards, I know who's gonna be on the front lines. Twilight Sword himself, of course!
I mean, I can see it now. Dainsleif going all one-man army and rushing straight into action.
We actually will get to see it this time, because our old friend Dainsleif is going to help us defeat their ranks in a manner we've never seen before.
Okay. This is not a drill, everyone.
So far, this stream is looking good.
Let's
Yeah.
go! As the Traveler and Dainsleif venture deep into Abyss Order territory,
I'm gonna tell you this. You're gonna be shocked to see what this second code is.
Sounds like there's gonna be a lot of obstacles between us and finding out the deal with our sibling. But
I like this. It's gonna be Void Star.
this order before we can do this. I have no doubt travelers
It's
will
not.
come out on top.
Oh yeah.
I guess, but the other question is, can we stop whatever our sibling is planning? What are their true goals? What does their plan mean for Teyvat? This quest might hold some very important answers.
I am so excited. I feel like this could be the start of a whole new phase in the quest to find our sibling.
Yes. It seems like it's not as simple as just finding them anymore. There's a lot more at stake.
Oh, for sure. So this is definitely one to look forward to. All right. I think this is a good place to stop and take our first break.
Yeah, I need a sec to digest all that information.
Ooh, sounds good. Take a look at the second redemption code, travelers. We'll see you on the other side.
See ya.
Your space time. Okay, so that is different.
Yep.
All right, welcome back, travelers. Now that we've introduced the new characters and quests, it's time to jump into the version 5.7 events.
Let's go!
Let's go! First up on the docket is an event that takes us back to Sumeru, where the Academia has developed a simulated adventure game.
Ooh.
Travelers will need to select various companion pieces to form teams and enhance their
All three
skills
codes are in
and solve
Discord.
against various opponents in a board
Nice.
game-style environment.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a choose your own adventure. You can go the rainforest route or the desert route. Each path has its own story and level of difficulty. And at the end of each adventure, travelers will face formidable opponents that require a certain level of strength to defeat.
Oh, so how do we make sure we're ready?
Well, travelers can enhance the strength of their pieces in several ways. Besides enhancing the pieces themselves, travelers might notice that the pieces are divided into species. Go to battle with a lot of pieces of the same species, and you can trigger unique species features. The higher the feature level, the stronger your pieces become.
Yeah. I'm thinking an all-Saurian team could be cool. Oh, and it looks like you can also assign equipment to your pieces to make them stronger.
Yeah, that's right. And random events and encounters will occur during the adventure, which travelers can resolve to earn helpful rewards, like extra adventure coins, which travelers can use in the shop to purchase pieces to improve their lineup. Travelers can also open chests to get all kinds of useful equipment. Plus, defeating formidable opponents along the route will allow you to unlock secret techniques that can help increase the strength of your entire team.
Ooh. Of course, certain encounters can also derail your plans.
Oh, yeah?
So there are also situations where
Ooh.
it all comes down to luck.
Yeah, so I think travelers will have a lot of fun dealing with the unexpected in this event.
It's a real test of tactical thinking. Plus, there's more to this event than just the battle stages. Travelers can also participate in research stages that involve guiding Paimon to harvest fruit. Complete these stages to increase your speculation level and unlock additional buffs for your team.
So we actually get to put Paimon to work.
Finally.
Yup.
Paimon the
And
glutton.
of course, completing this event will reward travelers with all sorts of goodies, including primo gems and the chance to invite Sethos to their parties.
Oh.
Nice.
All right. In this next event, an old friend and genius inventor from Fontaine is back and better than ever with a new and improved turret.
Let me guess, he needs us to clear out monsters in an abandoned ruin again?
Yeah, that's right. But this time, travelers will face more formidable enemies than just slimes.
Whoa, that Sama troll can give shields to its allies.
Oh.
Yeah, but don't worry. With this new and improved turret, we can use several new kinds of cannonballs to help clear out our opponents.
Oh, nice.
For example, grape shots split into smaller bullets when fired are good for taking out multiple enemies at once. And directed piercing shots can be used to take down shields or target enemies hiding in the corner.
Oh.
Sounds like the type of event where you can really just let loose and relieve some stress.
Oh, definitely. But strategic ammunition choices
Oh.
will help you clear out the battlefield even faster.
So far, we've introduced events you have to tackle solo, but this next event gives travelers the chance to work as a team. In reminiscent Regimen Frenzy, travelers will get to team up with other players to tackle challenges made up of 3 stages, each with unique objectives.
Ooh.
Oh, the male traveler is the canon traveler, Ash.
Well, there's a theme associated with each challenge, so your best bet is to choose a character whose
It's
skills are
just
suited to the
a lot of
objective.
people still pick Lumine as their main
Every
character.
has their strengths. Each stage also has smaller objectives that require teams to work together and combine their skills. Completing these submissions can grant buffs to your own entire team.
Nice.
And in addition, at the beginning of each challenge, your team will be assigned random regiments to complete. Once you make it through the final stage, your team will receive additional frenzy stars based on your regimen completion status.
Yep, and remember, regiments benefit the entire team. It doesn't matter who completes them.
Okay, so, not saying I need to do this or anything, but in theory, you could kind of coast to the finish line if you needed to.
Yeah. You could.
Okay.
In theory. But I think all travelers have something to contribute.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's about how you work together. That's the joy of co-op.
I feel like co-op is its own kind of motivation too. No one wants to let the team down.
For sure. And this time, teamwork is more important.
They don't know co-op very well.
Because in this iteration of the event,
That's their
difficulty
enlightenment.
is even more
A
challenging.
lot of people in co-op are out there to
Here's whether
sabotage
it
each
comes to
other.
Character selection or combat strategy, coordination is more important than ever.
Good luck, travelers. Should be a fun one. All right, now I'm very excited to announce a new permanent event called Stygian Onslaught.
Ooh.
In this event, travelers will be able to farm artifacts more freely and efficiently, as well as obtain artifact customization items for free.
For free?
For free.
Oh,
A new permanent event. Okay, we need
What?
details now.
All right, each update will feature a challenge that is
The new
split into
endgame.
3 phases, each featuring unique mechanics with 5 difficulty levels to choose from.
Ooh.
Participation in the event will reward travelers with primo gems, artifacts, and valuable items for targeted artifact enhancement.
Okay, so you said we'll be able to farm artifacts more freely? What does that mean exactly?
It means the artifact drops aren't set in stone, and you can switch where they come from. For the first 10 days after the event begins, the leyline disturbance will be in outbreak state. During this period, travelers who clear any stage at level 3 difficulty or higher can expend any kind of resin to obtain artifacts from the leyline blossom at the end of the stage. And before the stage begins, travelers will get to choose which domain of blessing they want the artifact drops to come from.
Right, so travelers can also tackle the stages in co-op, right? So you can still farm with friends.
Yes, and you'll be rewarded with additional artifacts every time you consume a certain amount of resin.
Okay, the amount of hours I'm about to pour into this thing. Lock me in and throw away the key, honestly.
Oh my god, you make it sound like you're in prison. Anyway, you also mentioned something about targeted artifact enhancement, Katiana. What's that about?
Yeah, right. So version 5.7 is introducing a new artifact-related item, Dust of Enlightenment.
Ooh. What is it?
Oh.
Well, we all know what it's like to raise an artifact that has potential, only for it to turn out kind of less than ideal.
Yeah.
So this item is designed to help with that. So, Artifact 101, right? We all know every 4 levels, a random substat gets enhanced as you raise an artifact to level 20. But it doesn't always turn out the way you want.
Yeah.
So this item allows you to re-roll the substat enhancements of a level 20 artifact.
Yo, wait, really?
Yeah. Before each reroll, you get to specify the types of substats you want to prioritize. After the result is revealed, you can choose to either keep the original substat configuration or accept the new one.
Oh my god, it's like being able to resurrect an artifact from the grave. Like, we really needed this.
Yeah, really powerful, right? Starting in 5.7, travelers who participate in the new permanent event
That's not gonna be nice.
will be able to obtain a total of 3 Dusts of Enlightenment per version for free. And the Gnostic Hymn and Gnostic Chorus rewards will feature 1 each.
Oh.
Plus, during version 5.7, travelers will be able to claim 2 Dusts of Enlightenment directly from their in-game mailbox after logging into Genshin Impact.
Yes.
Okay, let's just pause to take that in for a sec. Oh, but I do have a question. So, according to the devs, the rewards for clearing the level 5 difficulty in the new permanent event can only be obtained by completing it solo. But what if that level of difficulty is a bit much for some people?
Yeah, like me.
Yeah, well, don't worry, I'll hard carry you.
Whoa.
Well, I will come in and the strongest travelers in Tevat will come in to help us out. Specifically, we're talking about travelers who have cleared an even higher level of difficulty. The characters used to complete those battles become Exalted Ones.
Oh.
Then, when attempting a level 1 through 5 difficulty challenge, other travelers can receive extra buffs by including Exalted Ones in their lineup.
Oh, cool. So travelers can help each other even outside of co-op. I like that, and I need that. Wait.
I'll need to figure out how that
You
works.
mentioned an even higher level of difficulty just now. I thought level 5 was the highest.
Yeah, well, clearing level 5 solo unlocks a secret level of difficulty. Level 6. Dire difficulty.
Oh.
Ah, there's my difficulty.
Once you reach level 6, it's dire straits. There are no companions to turn to for comfort. No promise of primo gems to drive you forward.
What?
Just formidable enemies and an unrelenting desire to prove yourself.
No help. No one will help you with this.
Okay.
My characters are finally gonna get a workout.
You're telling me travelers really don't get anything in return for accomplishing something like that?
Well, we'll just have to wait and see now, won't we?
What? I can't wait.
All right, that's it for Stygian Onslaught. Just a reminder, the outbreak period begins the second Wednesday after a version update, or 8 days into the new version, so don't forget to gather your friends and get farming when the time comes. Alright, time to lock in. Travelers might also be excited to hear that the next installment of the Traveler's Tales is coming in version 5.
Okay, so the new endgame is once per once per patch.
We got to reunite with so many old friends.
Seems
and
like it, yeah.
Great new memories.
Yeah. Why don't we take a look at some of the encounters in store for us?
But they didn't reveal what the reward is.
Whoa, hang on a sec.
Well, they did kind of show we're getting those feathers too.
Drinking with Kaya at the Angel's Share.
No, she's talking about the tire reward. They said, is there no reward?
There's no rewards on the Dire. It's just you do Dire because you want to do Dire.
But the one in voice of Malika said, just have to wait and see. She says she didn't deny nothing.
I want to know what they're talking about.
Oh, and it looks like Dory's in Inazuma. Is she trying to sell something to Sayu?
Oh, of course.
The most epic pillow ever.
Someone save Sayu. She's too innocent for Dory schemes.
Honestly, though, a crafty merchant like Dory could show up anywhere, and I wouldn't be surprised. I bet we even run into her and not cry at some point.
Ooh, I wonder how many other friends will show up this time.
From what I've heard, it's quite a few. So keep a lookout while exploring the open world, travelers.
Ooh.
Being able to run into characters in the open world is such a nice addition. I wish it was part of every version.
Right? I know. It really makes the open world feel more alive and interactive.
Yeah, and luckily the devs feel the same way. The devs have said that making Traveler's Tales a permanent event is in the works, so travelers can look forward to that sometime in the future.
Yippee! Finally, Overflowing Abundance is returning at the end of version 5.7. Travelers can look forward to double the talent and weapon ascension material drops.
Nice.
So don't miss out.
In addition, new Envisaged Echoes challenges will be added in version 5.7.
Oh, for the Raiden Shogun in Shenhe.
Oh,
They really need to step up the pace on those coming out. I'm starting to waste keys because I don't have enough to unlock. Or I don't have enough things to unlock to use the keys.
In the wind. The purple matches so well.
So pretty.
Yep, so if you want to claim them, make sure your characters are ready. Travelers can also look forward to some Genius Invocation TCG updates, including new character and action cards. You can now add Malika and, Seat Lolly and Chaska to your decks.
Don't miss out, Genius Invocation fans. Alright, that brings us to the system optimizations that travelers can look forward to in the new version.
First up is an improved resource management feature for mobile players.
Oh.
Simply put, it's a practical update designed to reduce the package size of the mobile version.
Dude, nice. I feel like our phones will thank us.
After the 5.7 update, travelers will receive a pop-up notification after opening Genshin Impact on mobile, asking them to choose from different resource plans.
Okay.
Under the basic plan, the system will retain the necessary resources for daily gameplay and optimize the resource usage for some Archon quests, story quests, and hangout events.
Okay, so that means clearing out some old quest resources to save storage space, right? But what about players whose progress is a bit all over the place? How does that work?
Don't worry, the dev team has accounted for that. The system will provide different guidance and solutions based on account progress and quest status to ensure that travelers still have a smooth gaming experience. And when you need to start an Archon quest, story quest, or hangout event that isn't enabled, the system will download the required resources as needed.
Oh, slay?
Yup. So travelers who haven't updated the mobile version in a long time might be able to free up quite a bit of storage space with this optimization.
I need that.
And it sounds like a great option for cross-platform players who maybe rely on mobile more for the small stuff.
Yeah, of course, if you don't have storage concerns, nothing has to change. You can just choose to keep all game resources instead. And this setting can be changed at any time in the Paimon menu, where you can choose for completed quest resources to be automatically cleared in future version updates, or for all game resources to be updated as normal.
Oh, okay.
This should also make it easier for people to try out Genshin Impact for the first time.
Yup. For further details, be sure to check out the developers' discussion as well as future announcements across Genshin Impact's official accounts.
Okay.
And you will now be able to directly use Fragile Resin to claim rewards from Leyline Blossoms and common challenge domains, like artifact and talent material domains. This also applies to the artifact drops in the new permanent event we introduced earlier.
Yes.
Fragile Resin is worth 60 original resin, so that means you get triple the drops. Should save a few trips to the crafting bench, that's for sure.
Also, the Adventurer Handbook will now have guide entries for 40 resin bosses, which should be helpful if you run into a boss
Oh,
you're not
I
quite sure
can't
how to craft.
now.
And the icons will be displayed in the order the bosses were unlocked, which should make it more intuitive to navigate.
Alright, let's move on to some optimizations for the Spiral Abyss. When moving to the next floor or restarting a challenge, you can now save your current party lineup or clear it with a single click.
Oh, easy.
And you can claim your challenge rewards directly after completing floor 12. If you're not satisfied with your performance, you can also restart the challenge directly from the finalization screen.
Nice. Small things here and there really add up over time.
Yeah, so hopefully these optimizations make for a better experience overall.
All right. Well, that was another long one, you guys, but it's not over yet. A mystery guest left a message for us, so let's check it out along with the third redemption code.
Yep, Void Star.
鈴木愛理です。今回ゲーム原神の皆さんと一緒にお仕事をすることになりました。とても嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。私はスカークというキャラクターのアニメショートテーマソングのスターオデッセイという楽曲を歌わせていただいたんですが、この楽曲は全編英語で世界各国というか世界にこう届ける歌ということで、もう全て英語の詩なので、私にとってはこの世界に入って初めての経験でとてもドキドキしたのですが、こう皆さんと一緒に気持ちを共有できたらいいなと思って今からとてもワクワクしています。スカークの歴史を聞いてすごく強いけど孤独と戦いながら今日まで生きてきた、そんな強くてかっこいい女性っていうのを頭に置きながら歌を歌いましたので、その気持ちが届くと嬉しいです。この楽曲はショートフィルムと同時公開されます。皆さんぜひ楽しみにしていてください。あいりでした。
An animated short for Skirk and a song! Let's go!
I'll definitely be watching that once it comes out.
So exciting!
Same here.
Well, you guys, that brings us to the end of our announcements for this version. That was a whirlwind.
It certainly was. So,
Wait, what?
What are you all looking forward to the most? For me, I have to say, although it's a little biased, I am clearly excited for everybody to meet
Oh,
Dahlia.
my
I'm also really excited
God.
about the new permanent
What?
content like Stygian Onslaught.
You'll see what I mean. I'm not gonna say nothing.
It's kind of hard to pick just one. I mean, I'm excited for my girl Malika
Of
in
course.
TCG, but like, I'm also really excited to see Navilet, my fave, in the Traveler's Tales.
Yes. Well, I'm really excited for, I might be a little biased as well, I'm really excited for Skirk.
Who?
Wow, really? I am also so excited for Dahlia, and like, we've been waiting so long for these characters, and also Dane's Lip, I'm so excited, and that animated short, oh my gosh, and also, of course, the lore girlies, we are eating so well this patch. I'm so excited for that twins quest.
Yes, I feel like it's clear from the last few patches that the story has really been amping up lately, and this version seems to be no exception.
Yeah, right? I mean, pretty soon we'll be in our 5th year of adventuring, if you can believe it. It feels like it was just yesterday.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So it feels like we're really getting to see how a lot of elements that seemed separate at first are starting to converge.
And after what we saw in the dev team's Nod Cry teaser, I'm even more excited to see how the story unfolds from here.
Right? And we hope travelers have
Wow.
the same.
Okay, so that's it for the Genshin Impact version 5.7
Wow.
special program. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody.
Ad Astra Abyssos, travelers, and happy adventuring!
And Astra
Can I get 5
Abyss.
big booms?
Boom, 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 boom! Oh, wait a second. It looks like another friend from afar is rushing over to share some interesting news.
Nod Cry, an ever-changing landscape of ruin, a marvel corroded by time. In the forest, Where the nights were once undisturbed save for a few rays of moonlight, the wild hunt's shadow grows. There are those who bear the name of Frost Moon, living where the silver light shines. Others carry the torch, fending off the darkness and cold with their blades. I hear that the Snow-Land Fae still yearn for the frosts of old, while the Fatui look to the stars above, trying in vain to seize the false firmament. Then there are the nights, draped in the west wind, nearing the end of a long and arduous mission. My friends, of course, shan't be outdone.
Is that Alice?
They will no doubt bring a magical charm
Yes.
to this edge of the world.
It looks like we finally get to see
we
Alice.
finally got to see Alice.
Just a stone craved
Yeah.
the sculptor's hand.
We finally can see what Alice looks like.
Oh ho ho ho!
Tea, if you'd be so kind.
Why do you think I said wow wow?
The story is about to begin.
The stream was over.
When Alice becomes playable, I'm definitely getting her. I will skip whatever I need to ensure I have enough enough wishes to be able to get her. And her weapon.
My God, what an awesome Norcry. Am I right?
Oh, yeah, they showed a lot of the different factions.
And they showed the area.
Be...
And don't forget, they showed the scenery, what Norcry looks like. It looks beautiful.
Yeah?
They did a really nice job on it.
Wow. Okay, well, there's that. So the live stream is over. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start, because it's going to start warming up, so I'm going to start closing things up just so I don't get the heat inside. So just give me a minute here. Okay, that is done. Now I get to load up Genshin.
That's what I did. I already got it. Got that code.
It's gonna hide my screen until I get the game up. I don't need people seeing my login stuff. We all know nothing bad can happen from showing that, right?
Not really. Only way they try to log in, they had to try to get the code, login code, and it's going to be your email, so they can't get to it. They'd be like, "Hey, give me the code now."
There we go. So we were teased with Alice all the way back in the beginning of the game, patch 1.x. And now today, we finally get an idea of what she's going to look like. It's not like a full character model rendering. It is just one of their art pieces, but it's definitely a good glimpse.
And it's kind of like the matching where Klee is wearing right now, that hat.
Yeah, like mother, like daughter.
Yeah. And then we see the Varka, and we can see the more of Varka too. Only his backside though. You know?
Yeah, so under resources, we don't have those settings just yet that they showed on the stream. For the game size management.
And I think those things, the one that shows like flaming heads, I think there are monsters we have to fight in Norcry.
Possibly. Oh, we gotta go all the way over here.
Well, I'll be right back.
Alright, I'm gonna start the event.
Okay.
And voice event, not much importance in the lore. Although she appears to be from Fontaine. Interactive woven scroll. Can only go up to a 2,000 score currently. And which character we get is kind of random. Let's see what we get here. Melania, I'm guessing, because it's a water one. Oh no, we're getting Chaska. Never mind. I was wrong.
Let's fly. Locked on.
There's a tornado going around.
Let's fly.
We can get out of its way in time, I guess. How am I dropping?
Take me up.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, you're doing the Chaska.
Yep.
What round
Why
are you
won't
on
you
right
let me
now?
get the coin? There we go.
What round are you on?
First one.
And you're not the Saurian. Ah, that's lucky.
I was once.
Okay. But I can see you don't have the most coins, so not yet.
No. I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, you get targeted if it'll show like a beam of light when that happens.
$1,200 points. Genshin Quidditch? I suppose. The one I'm probably going to dislike the most is the one for Kanish, because any of the ones where I have to use Kanish for slinging around, that one I find the most annoying.
I didn't do the Kanish yet.
Yeah, but I know he is one that's in there.
And Solali.
I don't know about Sitlolly, what she's going to do.
She floats around like Auroran.
Well, I know what she does there, but I'm not sure how they're going to utilize her.
True.
Vrissa? Yes, Vrissa.
Yeah, that's Marissa's.
Homing explosives. Okay. How did he miss that coin?
Get back on track.
Well, whatever, worked out for me.
Hurry up, Rasa.
I guess I'm the highest. Was the highest.
Oh, and so it took the most coins. Watch out, those things that explosive. I don't think that person who's being the sword is not targeting you anyway.
No, I'm not the most. Now I am.
Gotta steer clear of other people.
And I'm running out of energy here.
Hurry up, Rasa.
Yeah, your Night Souls things, you had to collect those things when it pops in that gives you more Night Soul.
Oh, there's one over here. I just wasn't seeing them.
Yeah. Yeah, attacking those things will give you a lot of coins as well. Once you ran them.
They're getting that, so I have to go this way.
Get back on track.
Now, where are those things? There's one right here. If I can get it, that is.
Oh, you're the most.
Get back on track.
Yep. I need more of these. There we go.
Gotta steer clear of other people.
As far as that Saurian who's being it, it's not targeting you.
I had the most coins at the end, but I didn't get the most coins collected. Oh well, but I maxed out my 2,000. Oh,
That's
it
a good
reminds you
thing.
of a level in Jack and Daxter Dash. It's been so long since I've seen that game, Jack and Daxter, for PS2.
Oh, they already put the video of the Norcry preview teaser already on here.
Yep. I have a bot that puts that on there.
Nice.
Okay, let's see here. Primos. Didn't claim that one yet, so I claimed it now.
Nice.
Now, let's do my wish count. Go here. Get my 10 from this. I still have one left here, which I'm not going to redeem just yet. I got 80 here. So that puts me 240 plus 81. That's going to be 221. Or sorry, 321. 321 wishes.
Nice.
And just to show my progression for farming. So Skirk's weapon is going to take these things, which I already have ample of. And she's also going to take these down here. So I have enough of those to 90 her weapon. Talent books are going to be these. I'm going to want like 90 of these. So I'm kind of way off. And then I'm only at 25 of these so far for Papilla boss. And I'll need 40 of them because her request should give 6 more. I'm more than halfway there at least.
Don't forget when they were showing Norcry, I think that in the end of it, on the end of it, I think that's the city.
I now have a total of 10 drops from this weekly boss. I got 4. These are the ones Skirk needs, so these will probably need to be converted over with
Dream Solvents.
Dream Solvents, yeah. But I'm currently at 101 Dream Solvents.
Hey, you want to know something else? That spirit thing that she said to get myself a cup of tea. I think we saw that in front. They were showing the trailer, right? When we see that little thing where it was coming near us. From that Archon quest. Is that supposed to be a little that supposed to be another little teaser for Norcry where we meet?
I'm not sure.
now we know that Skirk is using abyssal power. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
That tells us she's from Conria.
I got ample of these, so I can go ahead and 90 a second crowd character that I have at 80 right now if I wanted to, but I got enough of these to level Skirk.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hydro's the one I got the least of. There's a way to find out, though. I think, anyway. Craftable 57. Craftable 54. Craftable 55. Craftable 19. I don't have any of them either. Craftable 14. But I do have 12 of them already. So
What
14 plus...
What do you thought about Daneslave's ability? And they were showing when we see what ability what he's like.
Well, I don't think we're actually seeing his actual abilities just yet.
Yeah, but it looks like they give us a little sneak. It looks like they gave us a little sneak peek of it because we can see him how he fights.
So Pyro and Electro are the ones I have the most of. Geo I have the least of, and the next least would be Cryo, I think. Actually, no, Animo would be the second least. But that makes sense considering that I've been leveling Geo characters quite a bit. Now, let's see here. What's this? Oh, yeah, it's got a thing for Bennett. Let's see here. So it'll be Cryo and Geo. So in, well, yeah, my most recent ones, I did level up Jalonen, Chiori, Navi, Essence, Fontaine. Actually, the best would be just showing through here. Because it is in order. There's a Crow one I leveled. Second Crow one I leveled in Natlin. Hydro, so only a couple... That's another a couple Electros as well. And single Pyro. Do have a couple of Geos I've leveled. Huh. I guess if I do run into the case where I have to convert some over, I should be fine still. Because I can convert others over since I have plenty of other ones. But right now I don't need to do such. I think Skirk needs these too, but since we've been in that land, I've gotten a lot of them. These are all my weekly boss drops I've been collecting. I still got a good number of ones from Storm Terror. These are kind of low, but I can always convert over if needed, but I don't think we're getting any more characters that use these, so they'll probably never get used. Same thing with Boreas Wolf. Got a crap ton for drops from Child from that, and then Ashtaha, then we got Signora drops, which we got ample of. Lots of Wanderer. Lots of Raiden drops. Actually, no, these are the Raiden drops, and then these are the Wanderer drops. Apep, I got loads of. I finally got loads of stuff from the Whale. Arlecchino, I got ample of. A bit low on the stuff from the Natlan Dragon, but that's kind of expected. But at least I'm in the positive at the moment. And I'm now just farming the chest boss. Now, for talent levels, these things, they get used from level 6 to 7, you need 1. 7 to 8, you need 1. 8 to 9, you need 2. And 9 to 10, you need 2. So if you're getting to a skill level 9, that's going to cost you 4 of them in total. If you're going to do that with 3 skills for 999, that's 4, 8, 12 of them. So I'm 2 short from doing 999. And then it'll be another 6 to Triple Crown, if you're going to go that far. So that's the most that you're going to do. Where you need 16 if you want a Triple Crown. I'll have to go through Skirk stuff when she releases, and I'll decide what's going to be worth a crown or not once I actually start using her and get a good idea on how her skills scale. So, what do you think, Mike?
About the talents?
Yeah, about leveling Skirk's talents, whether she's going to be worth... what's going to be worth crowns.
That is a tough choice, but I think she could be, yeah, for one of them.
She's definitely going to need 1 or 2 crowns. I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
going to be crowning her burst, because it depends on how I play her.
Yeah.
Because she does have that dual play style.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if she's going to just want 1 crown, 2 crowns, or 3 crowns.
That's definitely true.
But I got 20 crowns I'm sitting on right now.
Mm.
I did end up leveling some talents on some characters. So for Lanyan, because I caught up on Natlan Dragon stuff for other characters, I went ahead and got her skill to level 9 for her shield. I can actually run a quick calculation on her stats. So right now, her attack power is 3346. Put that in my calculator. And scaling. So its shield absorption is 470% plus 2350. So I can multiply this by 4.7. That comes out to 1526. And then she's got 2350 on top of that. That means her shield is 18,076. And then, because I got her Constellation 2, if your on-field character does a normal attack, this will trigger once every 2 seconds, it can replenish up to 40% of that total shield back. And since the shield lasts 12 and a half seconds, let's say you get that refresh as much as 6 times. Okay, so that's an extra 240% effectiveness, so plus 240%. That brings the total shield strength for maximum theoretical shield strength to 61,459. And since her shield can infuse with an element, where it becomes 250% as effective against a particular element, times 2.5 for 250%. So theoretically, her shield can get as strong as 153,600 in absorption power. Isn't that crazy?
Well, the cons, yeah.
Yeah, no, 153,600 shield value. Again, same elemental infuse if she infuses her shield, and then gets the maximum refreshes with her C2.
Oh.
It'll probably never come to that point, but that's still, you gotta think that how crazy that level of shield is, where now she's theoretically the strongest shielder in the entire game. Although I don't think she's gonna dethrone Zhongli for the shield, simply because of a few things. First of all, her shield only lasts 12.5 seconds with a 60-second cooldown, so there's definitely going to be downtime between the shields being up. And Zhongli, he's got a 12-second cooldown, but the shield lasts 20 seconds, so he can have 100% uptime on his shield. But for open world stuff, a team like this makes sense, because I can have over water travel, climbing, general movement, a shield, just so I don't have to worry about using Shillen's burst all so often. And for adventuring stuff, she has this, so I can much easier collect crystal flies and other critters.
Oh.
So this makes a good open world team. How's my seed box? Full. Should hit my teapot real quick. Have I done a teapot, like a teapot tour on my YouTube channel for quite some time? I don't think I have.
The more question is, what's the teapot realm gonna look like when we do Norcry?
I don't know.
If you ever have any...
And if we do get Alice as a playable character, I'll have to have Alice and Klee side by side in T-Bot.
Oh my god.
With Dodoko in between the two of them. It's kind of neat that actually we got that Dodoko thing from with that one event a while back.
With Jumpy Dumpty by side.
Yep.
If you're gonna put Alice, yeah, Jumpy Dumpty.
Well, that's actually part of it. That's all one piece.
Yep. Yeah.
And then
she's
it's a little hat.
That.
Oh,
and she's the one who created that Jumpy Dumpy.
Doing whatever I feel like, I suppose. Same with tomorrow. And the day after that.
Too bad we're limited to only 8, and that characters take up a lot of load level.
Mm-hmm.
Although to get 2 characters in here, I might have to remove this thing from Nihida's birthday quest.
To make a good space? That makes sense.
To get the load level, yeah. This tree is actually a bit unique, because if you take a look carefully, see how there's, like, petals falling?
Yeah.
That's an effect of this specific tree. So we have like a permanent effect of falling petals, Skirk blossom petals. Which kind of fits the teapot theme. Have you had a good look inside my teapot, Mike?
I've been in.
Yeah.
You took me tour, remember?
Yeah,
you said it's like your house is like a hotel.
I made a bit of an update in this room here. I kind of add 2 tables this time instead of 2 of these and then 1 table in the center.
Oh. It's the head that circle lights.
Not necessarily, like the Mona Starlights. They're from, well, Mona is associated with the Hetson Circle because her master is a member.
Yes.
However, during, if you remember the second Golden Apple Archipelago, where we had the Mona quest for Mona's backstory, those stars were her stars, yeah.
Yes, I remember.
So I wouldn't say they're Hetson Circle, I'd say they're Mona's.
Yes.
Of course, down is the bartender here, and I even got, have the low level finally to have her mixer in here. Actually, Escape is already friendship 10, so I need to change this back.
Why you place it there? You supposed to put her in the kitchen.
She is there for friendship, and Dion is in the kitchen.
Ah, damn it.
I need a cat girl here because of the cat theme in the living room. Cat couches, more cat stuff, cat tree. Yeah, I think I did a lot of cat stuff here.
Here's your drink, you alcoholic.
That's something Diona would say, yeah.
Don't forget, she's trying to make bad drinks so people don't hate it. Hates the drinking alcohol, but she always makes it delicious.
Because the spirit of Springdale Lake gave her a blessing to make sure every drink that she ever makes tastes good. And
the Osnids.
See that picture above Jalonen's head there? Guess who that is? The spirit that gave her the blessing.
Yeah. And she was just little that time, and she didn't know about it till our traveler. She's like, wait a minute.
She used to go and talk to it all the time, and even told her all about her favorite little fish pillow called Bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
AKA one of these down here.
Yeah. And Diana is still confused about what she talking about blessing. She's like, what?
She thinks it's a curse, not a blessing.
She's so dense, she doesn't know that the Osnid's the one that gave her that blessing to make her all the drinks she makes everything delicious. And she always try to make everything disgusting.
Remember these pop vinyls that we got?
Yes, I had them. What the heck? You put Paimon there?
Yeah, Paimon's in the hallway here.
You just see right there. She's like, wait, like, hi.
Bye.
It's like you're just ignoring, just bye, and she's trying to wave to you. I'm like, I don't see nothing.
I kind of hid him all the way out here, just so he's out of... I don't have to look at him.
My god.
Actually, I'll show you. So this is what most people see when they come out here and go through, right?
Yeah.
He's tucked all the way back here.
Oh my god. You put Aurora on there? What, you wanted to have as nice space for his farming?
I want him out of sight.
You should
like, I could have put him here, but I'd have to look at him.
You don't like Aurora on there. My god.
Sad horror on. Who knows? He might like the peace and quiet.
Maybe ask him, where's the farm? Where can I farm?
There is no farm.
Nothing.
Cat shrine.
But what happened? You have to talk to him to do that thing when you level up his friendship.
I don't have to talk to him. You only have to talk to do like 16 characters in order to get the achievement for it. And I got that a long time ago. And there's nothing beyond that. So I don't need to talk to him. And in here, this is my lucky wish spot. Although it's best to do so at night. Or I'll be like, can anyone please come here? It's so quiet here. No, not my teapot, unfortunately. Either that or we can send Sit Lolly. I haven't had any major revisions to my hot springs here, but when we got the load level increase, I was able to fill out the outside area here a whole lot more. Remember these?
Yeah.
Good place for them?
Yeah, it looks good.
They actually glow a bit too, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's part of the effect by the, they said by the yokai helped them out. That's why they're glowing.
And a lot of glowing fauna here.
Sounds like you have your own festival in here. You could just invite someone over and say, it's festival time!
They bro, the best hot spring for wishing Skirk. Yeah, you have no idea the luck I've had in this spot in the past. Now, I wish for Milani here. I did lose my first 50-50, but that was at like 10 pity. And then I got her like 60 wishes later, so it took me like a total of 70 pity to get her. And then I won the 37.5% chance to get her signature. Next, Xilonen. 10 pull, got her. 10 pull, got Shiori's signature. 10 pull, got her signature. 30 wishes spent. Next, Movika. I did a whole wish video on that. I had 525 wishes going in. C2 R1 Movika. C0 R1 Sit Lolly. And still had 132 wishes left over. Then Verissa banner. I was trying to get Einstein cons. Only got one of them at like 95 wishes in out of the 100 that I dedicated for that banner. But in those 100 wishes, I got 2 Verissas, a Cloud Retainer, and then a Gene at the end. So I was on a guarantee when I was done. And then we had Escave's banner. I got her 30 wishes in. And then I got, in a 10 pull, I got Navia's weapon.
wanna try?
So my Navi is happy.
Well, come on.
So, and then after all that, because I'm not spending all my wishes when I'm doing things, I'm now at, so I got 240 wishes there, 80 wishes here, and one more wish here. So that is going to be 321 wishes right now. I have C8 Chi and C10 Jean. So I'd like to have those removed from my wishing pool altogether. And I now have C6 Kachang, so she can be removed from the wishing pool too.
Woo! Whoa!
Mona, Jean, Kachang. There's my Jean. My Kachang.
The most
And my
important
Mona.
part of going out to have fun is, well, going out. So just
However,
show up and I'll handle the
I
rest.
don't have Tignari at all. My Chi-Chi's only C2, thankfully. Yeah, where is useless? All the way down here, of course. There he is. C3 useless. So at least the characters I've been getting a lot of off of Standard Banner stuff are at least the better characters from Standard. Like, Jean is not useless. She's a pretty decent character overall. Mona has her uses, although she's better for, like, the one-shot builds or screenshot builds. And Kaching, she's actually a fairly solid damage carry.
Woo! Whoa!
Yeah, this is why you really need to save up for characters. And because I've had such good luck, I am worried that the luck is going to swing the other way for Skirk. So that's why I'm not wishing on any of the current banners. Like, I'm not going to wish on the Chronicle Wish banner for any of the characters or weapons. Because what if I get boned on RNG on Skirk and I don't hit my goal with her? I think that's more important than anything I can get from this, because if I take a look at this... I really don't need a pass selected anyways. So, my Churi is C1. Her C2 and C3 would be quite nice for me to have, so I could get benefit from that. Ayato, hell no, don't need him on my account. Yamiko's already C6, why would I wish for C7? Hell no, he's banned off my account. You're on guarantee now, aren't you?
Me? No. I already used
Celavar.
my guarantee. I already used my guarantee to get a Scorpio, remember?
Yeah, not you, Mike, Celavar, because he lost 50-50 on Ryan Shogun. So, he'll be on guarantee now, so he just needs to save his wishes for Skirk. Ito's banned from my account. I have C0 Kokomi, and her cons just make her help her with being an on-field carry, which isn't that strong. I don't need more cons on Yoimiya. She's fine the way she is. My Kazuha is fine the way he is too. I don't need cons on him. And there's no reason for me to get cons on Ayaka, especially since I'm going for Skirk. For weapons, already have. Okay, stat stick. This would be nice to have. This would be so-so. Already have, already have. Don't want. And it'd be nice to have this for my Yoimiya. But it's Yoimiya, she's kind of falling off anyways. And I already have other power damage in my account that, if I actually want to do serious damage with. So, in all, looking at the value of what's available on the Chronicle Wish banner, I just think I'll get more value going for Skirk than for anything on standard or off Chronicle Wish banner. Would you agree with my assessment?
Yeah.
So, since I can't go for everything, you really need to work on separating wants and needs when it comes to where you want to spend your wishes. And you have to be able to put values on everything. Well, you just got 300 wishes, 300 Primo Gems from the live stream. And hopefully you can just save. Just save all your wishes. Don't spend any of them until Skirk banner. Saving is very important to do.
You can't do so much on your own, but with a group, anything's possible.
Now my goal is C0R1. So if I can get that and have decent luck at doing so, and I have a bunch of wishes left over, those leftover wishes are going to roll ahead to my next wishing goal when I figure out what I'm going to do next. However, you probably know the term plan for the worst, hope for the best. You need 180 wishes to 100% guarantee a character, and 160 wishes to 100% guarantee a weapon.
Off we go.
So, in total, that's 340 wishes. Now, I'm at 321 now, so I'm 19 wishes off. However, while I spend wishes and do wishing, I'm going to be getting more star glitter as it goes along. So I should already be at the 340 goal now. Oh yes, I did get the third code. This is the one that was not leaked. But this was the third code. Yeah, this is the actual third code from the live stream. And then this will be the first code.
The most important part of going out to have fun is, well, going out. So just show up and I'll handle the rest.
Now, I will say this as far as Raiden Shogun value goes. Yeah, the Eeyore Space Time is technically code number 2. However, that was the one code that was not leaked. So, that was the one that people were missing usually, because they got the other two last night. Now, from my experience in actual power-wise or meta-wise for damage, using Raiden Shogun as a damage carry in Spiral Abyss right now, I have her at C2R1. And at this level, she does feel like a mid-level DPS for damage carry. She doesn't feel especially strong, but she is good enough to clear it on her own easily. But she doesn't feel overpowered, or doesn't feel as strong as, say, like my C1 Verissa, or C0 Milani, or who else would be a good one? My Navia is actually doing better than she is currently. My Navia shotgun is hitting about as hard as Raiden's Burst and Raiden's Hyper Carry team. And then she still has the Geoinfuse and does normals afterwards, which is pretty similar levels of damage as Raiden, except she gets equivalent to 2 bursts main hits per rotation instead of 1. So she is doing a bit more DPS than Raiden Shogun is.
Just show up and I'll handle the rest.
And that's a C2R1 Raiden Shogun. And this is comparing to a C0R1 character. So there's a lot less investment in my Navia than there is in Raiden Shogun.
Ever tried chasing
Now,
birds before?
Ryan Jogan will
Wanna
still
try?
work. It's
Well,
just
come on, no time
I'd
like the
only
present.
recommend to wish
I'll
for her
help you find
if
the
you
closest
really, really
beach.
want her, or if you really, really like her. If you're trying to get her for actual power for your account, I think she's falling off by this point for that part. Kachang is not a meta DPS either, but she can still get the job done. I like using her because I have a C6 Yamiko, and when I'm tackling Abyss content, sometimes I don't want to use my C6 character, and I just want to use something weaker, just so I could have more fun with the Abyss. So that's why I use my Kaching a lot more. But I now have Rissa, which is a nice in-between between Yamiko and Kaching. Nilu doesn't get much use anymore. She used to get it early on, but we very rarely have AoE stuff that she really shines in. I still get use out of my Noelle. Not as much use out of my Ningguang.
Hey, Tetsu, I'm gonna let you go, okay?
Alright. Take care, Mike.
See ya.
Woo!
Now, I don't think I'll be going for Shenhe. And since Emily is on second half banner, I don't know if I want to go for her, because if I want to go for Emily, I'll also want to get her weapon too, her signature weapon too, because that will bring enough power out of her for what I would want to do on the account, or with honor on my account. And that's going to be a bit of an investment. So I probably won't be going for Emily this time around either. That way I can save my wishes for hopefully for a Milani rerun and try to get a con or two on her later on. So I think that might be better for my account. But just to go over the value, now I don't consider open world exploration as I wish, because I generally don't have a problem with that anyways, and there's nothing locked out of exploration because we don't have X character. Certain characters will make it easier, yes, but that doesn't mean you're blocked out of it. But her Milani has some really good cons. Her C1, it increases the damage of her first Sharky Bite, or it gives it a 66% HP scaling. So to go over what she has now, okay, so let me get my calculator again. Okay, 7.81% per stack times 3 stacks. That's 23.43% plus 39.06 plus the base 15.62. So this is a crown level 10, and it has 78.11% HP scaling. So 66 divided by 78.11 times 100. So it's approximately increases the amount of damage that Sharky Bite does by 85% for the first Sharky Bite in the rotation. And since she does about 3.5 hits a rotation, Okay. It ends up being around a 20% damage increase overall. Now her C2 makes it, the big points on her C2 is that when she gets on her shark, she gets 2 stacks automatically. And then the first hit of the enemy, she'll have her 3rd stack and be able to do her Sharky Bite pretty much right away. And then she will gain, like when she does her Pufferfish, she'll do that for the first 2 max Sharky Bites. Okay, so in addition, whenever Melanie obtains Super Puffer with a single instance in Nice of Blessing, she'll recover an additional 12 Nice points over 2 seconds. So this will essentially extend her time on the shark as well. So she'll easily get like 4 Sharky Bites in a rotation with her C2. Although I don't think it's enough for 5. I think it's like 4 and then some. But it's still a very powerful constellation that she has. So having an extra Sharky Bite, that's another like 25% damage increase for her on top of what her C1 gives. C3 gives her more skill levels on her elemental skill, which increases her scaling on Sharky Bite. Since she only bursts every other rotation, she actually, with the extra energy, I don't know about this. She'll still do that because she doesn't get enough energy back with this, but just makes it easier to make sure that she can burst every second rotation. And it just increases the damage of her burst by a good amount. Now, it won't be a 75% increase because there's going to be diminishing returns. So it just has like 75% bonus damage on top of Sharky Bite, or sorry, on top of her burst. So if you have like an elemental damage bonus, stuff like that already on her, that is additive to those bonuses. So it won't exactly be 75% bonus damage. Burst levels. And then her C6 is crazy. Alright, take care, Ash. I'll probably be ending soon myself too. So this, where it adds a whole bunch of damage on her first Sharky Bite in a rotation. And this allows her to do 4 Sharky Bites in a rotation. Her C6 makes this one apply to all 4 Sharky Bites from this. That's a huge boost in damage. But I'm excited for the upcoming changes for the next live stream, or sorry, next patch. They didn't say anything about the Spiral Abyss and Imaginarium timings being changed. I hope they don't. But assuming they don't, then it's still nice that we're getting another endgame, so we'll actually have more endgame to have fun with. And I'm definitely going to be doing the Dire Strait version of it, because my characters need to be able to exercise their power, essentially. And I'm looking forward to what we're going to be getting. So, I'm going to be heading off soon, and I got some other stuff to take care of. And thank you everyone for joining me today. And take care.